Transmitting from their hidden base in the corner of the internet, it's the Secret Six of pulp culture. Today with Adam.
It's not so much a prank as just doing that to someone you don't like.
Right.
Cody.
Just like the gypsy woman said.
Mark.
You should just trade in your Xbox.
Megan.
Pretty okay if we started calling it booty maps.
Nick.
That's why my hands are not on the table.
And Tristan.
I'm tired and I feel like whining.
It's the WWAD.
Hey, it's a podcast.
Woo, podcast.
I'm Nick. This is Tristan.
Hello.
And we got Mark.
Hello.
We got Megan.
Hi.
And Cody.
Hi.
And so, what's on everybody's mind today?
Well, I think it's a good idea to maybe discuss or even bring up just for our initial podcast, who made Nick the leader?
I like to see you bring the enthusiasm I just brought.
See, brings a bit of a point.
Like,
Yeah, whoever wants
whoever can bring the thunder.
Pretty much.
Who's bringing the thunder?
Bring the thunder.
Hey guys, who brought the thunder today?
Who has it in them? Yeah, let's do it. So, what's on everybody's mind? What's everybody thinking about?
Well, Borderlands DLC
Borderlands
seems to be pretty
DLC.
awesome.
Never played much of the second one. Never played much of the... My schedule was never really with people I play with, so...
Fair enough. Seems to be more of a tabletop version. You're controlled by, like, Brick, and them doing a D&D campaign. You're doing the adventure as your characters.
Yeah, I have both the games. I played a little bit of the second one when I didn't have any internet. I played a bit more of this first one. They were really good. Just something that you definitely want. Something when you have multiple people. When you have 4 players, is definitely better.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, no, the only time Borderlands has really appealed to me is for co-op.
No, yeah, exactly.
And I haven't been able to, so I don't play it.
Yeah, exactly. I have it in the cup, but like most of the time when I had the other job, it was like, oh, I work from 4 until 11. My roommate at the time was working 12 until 8. Don't really have. There's not only the weekends were that time frame to play, and ever since I moved out of Quimple. Like I haven't had a chance
Shout
to.
out!
I haven't even had a chance to play online with him at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't really play a lot of the first one, but I love Borderlands 2 so much. I decided to play through as Zero. But I'm playing by myself, and people keep telling me that was like the worst decision I could have made.
Really?
I don't
no
know. I'm having a
problem
lot
with
of fun
this.
with it.
What
but
kind of class is Zero?
Stealthy, isn't
yeah,
it?
assassin.
Yeah.
Like, sniper.
Snake always works by himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that was kind of
Well,
my
she
idea.
had
It was
such a,
just
like-
I'm just gonna motherfucking like Green Beret shit.
The
Yeah.
first one, the second one seems to have so much like better characters. Like Handsome Jack is just an awesome character. I haven't played much.
yes.
I haven't played
So
much of it, but
Handsome
just
Jack.
Handsome Jack. Like his face is all stretched, but he has like a. It looks really cool. Like the prosthetic of like how the game always looks really well with the cell shading
Yeah.
and
It does have a nice aesthetic.
The
yeah.
dialogue is so good in that.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes-
just so funny.
Did
Like-
you guys ever see any of the images of Borderlands before they cell shaded?
Yeah,
Like
it looked
the
very.
original
It
release?
looked very run of the mill.
Yeah, it just looked like every other shooter.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
if they would have went with that, it would have been a lot less, I think, popular.
Well, yeah, 'cause,
Probably.
It would have been just swept under the rug. Hey, look, it's another Call of Duty clone. It's
yeah,
another.
the visuals are what's so, like one of the things that's so distinct about Borderlands.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and
Aside
that's
from its
and
comedic self-referencing.
yeah. But if you would have had the original style, I can't see them having the comedy in it per se. Like it just doesn't seem like it would have lent itself that much to.
Yeah, just one seems to really play off the other perfectly.
Yeah, like you have like the cartoony style, so you have the cartoony like more gags and stuff like that.
Yeah. Speaking of the interesting games, Zombie Tycoon 2 is coming out.
Zombie Tycoon.
Is that the new
Yeah.
Tycoon game?
Well, it's...
I didn't know there was a
coming
Zombie
out?
Tycoon 1.
Yeah, it was sort of a little indie...
Okay, is it an official Tycoon game? Like I remember
Oh,
playing
no,
like
no, it's
Roller
not.
Coaster Tycoon
like
and like
theme park.
No, it
type.
actually plays a lot like Warcraft.
okay, like take I just picture like I'm gonna purchase a roamer I'm gonna purchase another roamer.
The game starts off as like a theme park tycoon, and then there's a biological outbreak, and therefore then you have a park full of zombies that you manage.
Where everybody naturally kills people while they're playing like Roller Coaster Tycoon or something like that. All the people just come back up as zombies.
Yeah, like you have a necromancer in your park or something.
Suspiciously.
Just like the gypsy woman said.
So, anybody watch anything recent, like new episodes of anything recently?
I've been crushing the Wonder Years.
Have they been wonderful? Ba-dum-bumps.
Oh Lord.
If I sang.
Look, even Skyly protests that joke.
I will file that joke. I will file it.
What would you do if I sang out of tune?
Well,
Would you
obviously
stand up and walk
If
out on me?
well, you
Lend me your ear.
seem fairly out of tune right now, so I guess you're finding out what I'm doing.
The gist of it is I get high.
I don't know, the show I've been watching just did the season break, and that was Suits.
Never seen Suits.
It's quite interesting. It's about a guy who dropped out of Harvard Law School, has the ability to memorize anything at a glance.
Okay, so
and,
it's one of
ends up just getting a job in a law firm through sheer bullshitting ability. And drama ensues.
shenanigans.
Yes.
Anybody been watching Arrow? No.
You know, Adam and I started watching it, but it just was so very cliche for the same reasons that Jericho was. I couldn't get past like the fourth or fifth episode.
The first couple episodes are kind of like, but like I think they just had the season finale. I think anyway, and it's been really like more reimaginings of classic characters. Like one of the episodes they had the Royal Flush Gang from the DC universe, but instead of them being this family that dresses up in like style unitards flying around on cards, they would have like they're robbing banks and they have like
it's like a gritty reboot.
Yeah, they're wearing like hockey masks, and one of them had like the king, like king, queen.
I saw that episode. I think that was the last episode I watched.
And then
That's pretty neat.
like they've introduced like reimaginings of like Deadshot, and they've also started mentioning other DC stuff like Bloodhaven, which is where Nightwing is kind of the Batman of Bloodhaven.
Batman Web.
They've mentioned the area that Ra's al Ghul trains the League of Assassins.
Okay.
So just kind of like it seems like a lot of people are expecting that they might be putting the Arrow continuity in with the Justice League continuity movie that's supposed to be starting with Man of Steel.
That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot they were rebooting Superman.
Yeah, which comes out next month or the month after.
I can't wait for the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly through rings! Fly through some more rings! Pick up a car!
You ever played the one for Xbox? Like, I'm gonna beat up some meteors. It was fucking sweet.
How can you not get a Superman game right? Like, they've gotten Hulk Ultimate Destruction and more or less the Hulk movie game have been pretty decent.
Yeah, I played a couple Hulk games that were fun. Yeah.
And
Well,
like
how
all
do
the
you
Spider-Man
go wrong
games are awesome.
with the Hulk? Like,
Which you would think would be
I'm
almost
just gonna
the
smash the shit out of shit.
Well,
which
like,
you would think be
detail,
almost the
though.
same as Superman, but with more powers. Instead of like Hulk jumping, you can fly. You can punch things probably as hard as the Hulk could.
Well, in the Hulk game I played, he could tear cars in half and fashion boxing gloves over them. So, like, I think it's just attention to detail like that which really defines games. Like,
yeah.
like the Rocksteady Batman games. I believe.
Such good games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Rocksteady is a.
I don't know. I'm
No, it's,
gonna be in the shop for a little while.
It's not Rocksteady. It's High Noon that's doing the Deadpool game.
They're making a Deadpool game.
Yeah.
Is he actually gonna talk?
It's voiced by Nolan North, so the guy who did like who
man who
pretty much
voices
does
everything.
everything.
Good stuff.
Nathan Drake himself voicing Deadpool. So the guys that did the War of Cybertron games are doing the Deadpool game.
Cool. Here's
It looks
something to
really
do well
good.
with it.
I saw on Reddit that they're reluctant to do a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
blame that on the craptastic Wolverine origin.
I just don't
Yeah.
understand because I mean, like they put out movies like Hostel, like that was basically a snuff film, and that came out like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
Something like
Like,
that.
what's the worst Deadpool's gonna do? Call someone like a motherfucker?
but the thing
And
is
then cut them in half.
they've had the writers.
Yeah.
They've been on and off with directors because it's been taking so long.
Mhm.
And like you have the start because you have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the writers of Zombieland doing the script.
Which is a great movie.
I don't know how it hasn't gotten off the ground. But yet we're getting the new Wolverine Origins movie this year.
We
Yep.
have an
Another
origin
one?
Story. We know what happened.
Well,
I know.
it's his time in Japan.
No,
Ah.
Logan goes to Japan. Road trip
Oh
movie.
dear.
I'm not gonna lie though, I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
yeah.
I kind
Uh,
of have a man crush on
I-
Hugh Jackman. Have you guys seen Van Helsing?
I
Please
just
tell
wish
me
that
you
they
have.
filmed
Fair.
it a little
Van
bit
Helsing was a
shorter.
bad movie in
This is
itself,
true.
but it was.
It was
Van Helsing is a great
It was
movie.
amusing.
Okay, Nick, let's
I
hash this
I
out.
put Van Helsing in the same category as The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in the fact that it's a good movie that you'd kind of but you don't really want to watch it multiple times.
I do.
I'd watch it a couple times.
I watched The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I'm like, yeah, this is a good movie, a big good popcorn flick, but
Are you kidding? I've watched that movie probably
Really?
a dozen times.
That really doesn't surprise me.
No, Van Helsing, I agree. I watched that just the once. And the only thing that really grabbed me was the fact that the lady love interest, whatever,
Whatever.
girl. The lady, damsel in distress. In the end, spoiler, she dies. And I'm just like, nicely done. Because, how shitty would that have been if they're just and then they live happily ever after and go Van Helsing. And it's just
yeah.
no.
I really like Van Helsing.
other
I like a
than-
lot of things about it. I like the time with Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, like Frankenstein. I like how they kind of took all this old schoolness, and even the fact that he's almost like an old timey James Bond.
Yeah.
I really
Sure.
enjoyed it. Plus, he has a cool hat and a cloak. So whatever.
Well, that was the style back in the times.
Yeah.
So
Still
I was
trying to
wearing
bring
an
that
onion on
back.
my belt, which was the style at the time.
Still trying to bring that back.
Would it be garlic, though? Why would it be an onion?
I want a duster.
Hi, kitty.
Yeah, it was garlic. So also, what kind of came out? What did we say that came out today? Army of Two,
Army of Two, yeah.
Bioshock Infinite, which has gotten really, really good reviews. I haven't
I'm
seen
not
Hope
surprised.
so.
It
the
has
lowest.
a lot of hype going up to it.
The lowest I've seen Bioshock Infinite is low 9.2.
Yeah.
The lowest. I'll probably pick it up and play it, but I'm still half expecting it to not be as good in my mind as Dishonored. It's still going to play as Bioshock. It's still going to feel like Bioshock. Dishonored felt very its own identity, even though it was taking from Bioshock. It was taking from Assassin's Creed, but they kind of made it its own cohesive thing. I just wish they could do more with the DLC than what they're giving us.
Yeah.
Oh, you want your own seats?
Remember Me's coming out soon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks really good.
that's an
Yeah.
exciting game.
I am unaware of this.
I think I might have told you
I don't know.
it's kind of a futuristic where everybody has a memory node on the back of their head, and it's this one chick who's kind of an assassin, I believe, and she can hack into the memories. So, one of the videos that they showed was her scaling her goal is to kill this guy. Mm-hmm. She can go in the front door, stealth through the place, or assault through the place. Or what they showed is you can pretty much parkour up the building.
Okay.
She was hanging by outside his 30-story window, and she hacked into his memory. And she made it that he thought that he just murdered his wife.
Okay.
And the cops are coming for him.
So he jumped out the window.
It shows it come out of the mini game where you can adjust their memory and stuff like that. And he hears sirens in the distance, and he thinks that they're coming for him.
Yeah.
Pulls out a gun and just shoots himself in the head. because he thinks that he just did this horrible thing.
Okay, so it's almost
Yeah.
like Hitman in the sense where you have like multiple ways of approaching.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
But it's
and
like, but instead of
It's
like
got,
we're,
Psychonauts as well, where you jump into people's heads.
yeah.
I was just thinking that as well.
But instead of like 47, who's very like these are the weapons, these are like cost like outfits,
Fiber
weapons, and it's very in reality like technically other than 47's backstory, which is convoluted as shit.
Yeah.
Agent 47 could.
Well, no, he is. It's
He's
so...
a clone, but not. But it's weird.
Yeah, at least with
just
Snake,
jumps
you know he's a
everywhere.
clone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, at least like technically 47 could exist. Like the character, like not his back, but that character could exist.
What?
Like
This.
I-
Everything you talk.
it's
This.
my measurement.
This.
It's measurement.
How real something is. The further apart Nick's hands are, the realer it could be.
So when it's like this, it's real. When it's like this, it's
So
fake.
I was playing Xbox the other day, and I went like 42 and 12 when I was playing COD. Are you lying? No.
Let's talk with motion. Motion of the ocean.
Just
you know?
command mail everything then.
Pinocchio.
No.
No. No. No.
Nick, were you even playing Call of Duty? No. Were you watching My Little Pony? No. Oh,
Derpy.
God.
That show's too good for what it is. I've seen a couple episodes babysitting my 2-year-old
Sure.
niece.
Okay.
Yeah,
Babysitting.
I'll go with that.
Babysit.
Yeah, babysitting. I don't know all the dialogue off by heart. Shifty eyes. No, but seriously, it's actually decently written for what it is. It's kind of like I don't know how to put it.
I don't know, from what I've heard, it plays towards adults like some of the 90s cartoons would.
Yeah, like Animaniacs was a very kids cartoon, but you go back and look at it, it's like, holy crap, this
Oh
is
my
adult
God.
humor.
Well,
I
yeah, but
just
there's-
watched it.
There's
episode
always that
the other
underlying adult
day.
humor, though, so parents don't want to kill themselves when
It's
they're watching
true.
TV with their kids.
Yeah.
Unless it's Treehouse.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the only show. It's the only show I could watch while babysitting that I didn't want to kill myself. Like
I don't know, it's just stuff like that.
Tubi Binu. That shit's awful.
Max and
Oh,
Ruby.
that's so
Oh
gross.
my
Oh.
The
god.
Backyardigans. I had a little brother.
The
That shit is
Wiggles.
dribble. I don't understand how children or why parents would even let their kids watch that.
I
I
let
know,
alone
like I
park them in
babysat
Put on
private.
my
Batman.
cousins, and I eventually just got them playing video games to keep myself sane.
Well, it's not even that. It's like you just sit their kids down in front of this mindless crap for a couple hours.
Oh,
But that
it's-
being said, I kind of want to go home and try and play Metal Gear Solid.
Like,
Yeah.
I was
well,
pretty lucky though. Like the kids that I babysat, we watched Naruto.
like
Nice.
My Little Pony, I could
Yeah.
actually. My Little Pony, I could actually
just
sit
play
there and
ninjas
watch
and
it with them
And then
and
go home.
actually get a chuckle out of it. Other than like Tubi Binu, I'm just like,
Yeah.
now you have trauma.
You shouldn't have shows for kids that age though. Like you should be interacting with your child when they're that impressionable.
It's
Exactly.
true.
But who am I to parent anybody? I just parent you guys.
Yeah, it's very true. Backstreet is just like a group of.
So pretty much, I think anyway. Are me and Megan the only like comic book nerds?
Yeah, I never really got into comic books too much when I was growing up.
I like graphic novels.
Oh, Mark, how is the Superior Spiderman?
I didn't even get half. Oh.
Oh, it's so bad.
I skipped to the end.
So-
I read the first few pages, and then it was like, oh my
Filler,
god.
filler.
Why? That's like it's the only
When I
thing you
heard
get.
them do that, I was just like,
I don't know.
Really?
Well, after I left my
I don't
last
really
job,
know.
I was really behind on my whole because like when the new 52 started, I started reading a lot of picking up new books. And I was getting new stuff every week, and then it's like, oh, now I don't have much money anymore.
Oh, yeah, I heard your stack was like a
Oh,
legend at the store.
my stack was called the Nick Parsons Project.
Yeah.
Because like it was like there was 5 stacks. So there was 5 stacks about. I want to say there was probably about
Use your hands.
50. There was probably about 50 comics in each stack because it was like
Jesus.
Yeah.
When I started picking up my weeklies.
It's like almost 300 comics.
Well, before I started picking up my weeklies, I was on issue 8 of everything that I was reading.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
you're so far behind.
I know. And then like I like when I got my taxes, I dropped $150 and picked up a huge stack of. I picked up all the Batman I was missing, up until like the more recent arc. I'm still behind on the most recent arc with the Joker, but like the whole Court of Owls arc. Like I was reading. Some of the stuff I want to drop, like Green Arrow was really bad. Like I love the show, but like
I like your mullet.
the relaunch of the new book was bad.
Business in the front, party in the back.
It's not a mullet, it's just slicked back because it's too fucking long.
It's
Anyways,
flowing.
yeah, I've got sick flow right now. But on the topic of comic books, I was thinking about running down the Monster today, actually, and seeing if I could pick up another couple issues of Serenity.
Oh, I'm so broke. But yeah, I totally know what you mean about the new 52. I picked up so many new titles that I
It's a
wouldn't
great.
otherwise.
It was like even though it was just kind of like a big publicity stunt to get it worked so well.
Well, yeah, it was a publicity stunt. It was just like a relaunch, but at the same
I was
time,
say
like
publicity stunt or marketing.
Well, Marvel's kind of doing
Anyway.
the same thing with Marvel Now. Have you read any of the Marvel Now books?
no, I haven't really bought very many comic books lately because without Scott here, I'm paying a retarded amount of money in bills.
Yeah, not that much disposable. Like that's the reason why my my stack got so huge at Monster, and like once in a while, like I just drop a big stack. I'm just like, here's $150, Mike. I'm gonna go through the stack and pick out a huge pile. Like I picked up all the Batman and Robin, picked up all the Batman, Demon Knights, which is pretty much like Justice League, but if they were all in. But it's not the core group of like Superman, but it's like Etrigan the Demon, Vandal Savage, like these more and it's based in medieval time, so it's more like swords and sorcery type of stuff.
Cool.
I picked up the Flash and Aquaman. Aquaman has actually been getting really good, like putting Jeff Johns on that, who completely redid Green Lantern.
I love Jeff Johns.
Turned Green Lantern from just kind of like the Justice League plateau when Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, then it was like Flash, Martian Manhunter, and then probably Aquaman and Green Lantern were probably about the same spot around. And then
I thought Green Lantern's whole thing was that he can do anything.
Yeah.
well, that's the
He
thing.
said he can will.
Jeff
It's just his writers weren't very creative at the
No,
time.
not really. Like the best things with Green Lantern is when they paired him up with Green Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the Green Arrow, Green Lantern comic books were really good but when Jeff Johns got Green Lantern and introduced did Rebirth, and then did
She just tackled me.
did Rebirth with Hal Jordan coming back from the dead after being the Spectre.
No, yeah, the Spectre.
And then then they went into the Sinestro Corps, which was really good. Like the whole War of Light, and even like keeping the entire continuity within the New 52. Because with Green Lantern, nothing happened between the relaunch. Like everything that happened prior happened
Pretty much.
in the relaunch.
They were just kind of like, well, this is day one again.
Yeah,
And
like
just kind of like carried on, like, no, we don't really need a backstory. This is comic one. This is a Green Lantern.
like Green
I thought
Lantern,
it was really
Green
cool, 'cause,
Lantern
like,
1,
Yeah.
which the big thing is the core book wasn't about Hal Jordan anymore. It was about Sinestro. Sinestro being actually a Green Lantern again.
That didn't last long.
No, it didn't.
Interesting.
But it was at least. But the entire backstory, like the entire
Please.
Sinestro Corps arc, the entire Blackest Day arc, like everything still happened, which doesn't make sense because the difference, the time frame between when, like, say, Green Lantern met Batman for the first time and Green Lantern #1 is only supposed to be 5 years. So Sinestro Corps, the Sinestro Corps War, Blackest Night, finding Larfleeze and all that stuff all happened within a 5-year period. It's really
It was
Odd.
a busy.
busy
Yeah.
5 years.
Really is.
Wow.
I kind of wish that they would have went out on something like from the last what's called now the modern age, because now we're not in the modern age anymore. We're in the digital age, because there's the golden age, the silver age. So I lost my train of thought.
Hey, if you move your hands some more.
Yeah, something from the modern age. Go.
Oh yeah, what I was talking about was ending the modern age with Flashpoint was a bad idea. Did you read Flashpoint at all?
No.
No? Usually when DC changes up their continuity, it's like they started with Infinite Crisis, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Identity Crisis, and those are and then they just ended with Flashpoint.
I was watching Nerdy Nummies, which is a huge inspiration towards Two Girls, One Cupcake, Rosanna Pinsino. What you do is you take like cookie dough and you like put it in the fridge for a while so it's pretty solid, and run it through like the Play-Doh Fun Factory, but like at the square setting, and then build do it with different colors so that it's like Tetris, and then you build up the blocks like pixel by pixel.
Oh, that's cool.
Like pixel cookies.
Yeah, pixel art.
And then you like cut them.
That's pretty sweet.
Does that look like fucking Tetris blocks?
And then you're just like dun 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 dun. Oh.
Yeah, but just think about it. Like instead of doing like 8-bit games, you could go like so like in depth and make like giant fucking like
Yeah.
Sick.
cookie art.
And then it gets pooped out later.
I'm gonna turn you to.
This is beautiful, yeah. I'm gonna put you through my fun factory. Yeah, this is a beautiful cookie maggot. I can't wait to give it a tour of my fun factory.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I want a screen cap of just that.
Poop jokes are on the list of things to cover in the podcast.
Anal jokes.
Thumbs.
The Lizzie Bennet Diaries, what I was watching earlier.
Oh.
Pride and Prejudice, but web series.
Yeah, talk to Brianna. She will
Pride
be
and Prejudice
right
with
there
zombies?
with you because she loves it.
I don't know. They're already like doing like a Kickstarter for their next series,
Yeah.
and I have no idea what it's gonna be. But
With them, it's
Speaking of
gonna be
Kickstarters
fun.
for series, did anybody watch Video Game High School?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like they're shooting right now for that, and that should be coming out soon.
Yeah.
They had a
it's done for
Kickstarter.
that.
They had a Kickstarter for a web series, or not a web series, but a season 2. That went. I think they hit their goal in like a day and a half.
That doesn't surprise me, especially with like any of Freddie Wong's stuff.
Yeah. Also with Kickstarter. Anybody play the Ultima series?
I played the one on the Super Nintendo.
Like Lord British, the guy who like puts out the games. Richard Branson.
Puts out the game. He makes all the games.
he just
Yeah.
Just all the games.
The Double Fine guy?
No, he was doing games back, like, when the best you can get for games is just pretty much, like, a block for a head, a stick, and, like, he did 9 games, and there's supposed to be a game coming out, Shroud of the Avatar, and it's the next game in the Ultima series, which makes me kind of excited.
Old school.
Yeah.
Kickstarter. I guess his one got it's 100,000 goal or something like that in like 2 days.
Wow. There's a lot of money for 2 days.
I think the quickest Kickstarter that I've seen was
that you've seen.
that
Seen.
well
That you've seen. I seen it.
I think it was for the next game that's supposed to be from Double Fine, because they wanted to kind of not deal with publishers, just kind of release it, and they raised $2 million in less than a day.
Oh my god.
Well, I can see it. Like Double Fine, they make kick-ass games, but they're not really the most like marketable because
Yeah,
they're not
they're-
Call
they're-
of Duty.
They're very neat.
Yeah.
Psychonauts didn't sell well at
Which is
all,
too bad
but
because
it's
aside from a
game.
couple
wonderful.
control issues, it's fucking great.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
And those control issues mostly stem from like where gravity shifts and your camera is just doesn't quite work the way it should.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got more than enough pros to make up for it.
Yeah, and it's
like
long
that.
as fuck too.
Yeah.
Like Grim Fandango.
Oh, Grim Fandango's beautiful.
the Monkey Island games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think we might be getting a remastered version of Monkey Island for Xbox Live Arcade and PSN.
Cool.
Anything else?
Well, once I move out and actually get the chance to save up money, I might just start cracking open the bartender's guide and making random drinks for the casts.
Hey, this is what we're trying.
Yeah, I think
That'd be so cool.
I think being intoxicated is going to be a big part of keeping the conversation going.
Probably.
Yeah.
Where we're all such reserved individuals.
Yo.
Yes.
That was something else that Mark
I'm not really
was talking about
I'm not really
was,
reserved, but
Just kidding.
whenever
But I
Ian
don't-
and I do
I-
our
I
baking,
don't get
and, like, cause I'm not very good at
intoxicated.
editing, she's definitely not going to be the one to do it. Because I'm just kind of a control freak. So like,
weed.
have like the editing night and bring whatever it is that we made
Oh, that'd be
over,
great.
For
and
the
then
eat.
film like some like live action reaction shots. So, like,
Nom,
people
nom,
eating the baked goods.
Wow, wow, wow! It tastes so good. Wow.
Thank you.
I was not actually eating it.
Listen, I was in fact not eating anything.
I have one cookie left.
I've been eyeballing it actually every time we go for a smoke or to get some water or something.
No.
That cookie.
See, is cookie
Megan's
good
baking is
enough for
always
me?
good, though.
Baking is just science.
It's chemistry.
It's chemistry.
Isn't everything just chemistry and physics though?
Essentially.
Yeah. That's right. Thank you, Megan. Megan gets it. Look at her.
Chemistry and physics.
Chemistry and physics.
What else do you need?
Okay, bye everybody.
Especially if we had the sixth person. If we had Adam also.
Who?
Adam.
Who?
Adam.
What?
Adam.
Who?
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 Charlie?
What?